Hi guys, it's Jude, and today we're going to be talking about the biggest mistakes made in the gym. The most common thing I see in the gym, and most gym goers go through this, is they don't progress. You go to a gym and you see the same guy after 2 years and he looks the same. So, why is this? Why do people look the same even though they're coming in? People think they need to go to the gym after consistently to maintain. The gym is not about maintaining. The gym is about improving and progressing. So how do we go about progressing? We use a simple concept called progressively overloading. Now this is the number one thing that grows muscle and is going to progress you the most in the gym. Progressively overloading is moving up your weight week to week. So what this means is if you can do 10 kilos, just for instance on any lift, the next week you should be able to move up, and so on and so forth. So you should be able to move up week to week. That's your goal in the gym. You should always aim to push heavier weight. And I'm not saying don't break form and, like do something called ego lifting where you just use your ego to lift the weight and you can't lift it, but you try your hardest and you break your form. You don't want to do that. You want to lift as heavy as possible without breaking your form. That's the main thing. So lift as heavy as you possibly can go, and next week try and lift heavier, keeping the form the same. That's the most important thing. Now, when people say it's not about the weight, it is about the weight, okay? If your form's the same if your form is the same, the only thing that matters is the weight. You should be pushing heavier weight. If you're progressing in weight, you're progressing in strength, you're progressing in muscle. That's the idea, and that's the thing we're trying to work towards, yeah? So don't worry about training light. Don't, squeeze the muscle. You don't need to do that, all that shit, okay? All you need to do is lift with the right form. And if you're lifting with the right form, anatomically speaking, we can't lift with the wrong muscles, yeah? If your scapula is retracted, you're pulling your shoulders down, you're pulling your elbows down in a lat pull down, you're gonna be doing the exercise right. Leaning back a little bit, you're gonna be doing the exercise right. Even if you're not feeling it, maybe the weight's too heavy, but if you're using the right form, then it's working the right muscles, yeah? So always make sure the form's good, but always try and move up in weight. Because if you don't do that and you lift the same weights, there's no progress. There's no point in coming to the gym if you're gonna lift the same weights week after week, month after month, year after year. That's how people don't make progress. And we don't wanna go to the gym not to make progress, yeah? The gym is about progressing. Okay, that's the biggest thing I see with people, not progressing. Now, with your form, don't worry about going from, especially when you get in those higher rep ranges where you start struggling, don't worry about getting from point A to point B. Don't get it from the start to the finish. Yeah, go as far as you can without breaking your form. If you're on that 9th, 10th rep and you can't get the form fully, don't break your form to go to the end of the rep. Yeah, just go as far as you can with the same form and then, put the weight back. Okay, so don't break your form again, yeah? It's not about going from point A to point B, getting as far as you can while keeping the form the same. Now, this is another big one you see all the time in the gym. People not going the full range of motion, yeah? They're not doing the full range of motion. You see these half reps, these quarter reps. Where are the full reps in the gym? Okay? When you go the full range of motion, you're gonna get the most bang for your buck, the most growth, the most muscle, the most strength, okay? So for instance, in a bench press, we wanna go right up, chest up, lock out our elbows, then all the way down, touch your chest on the bench press. Okay? We're gonna get the most growth out of the chest when you touch your chest. For example, I have a great example from one of my friends. He started the gym lifting 30 kilos on the bench press. Now, a personal trainer over at that gym told him to do the full range of motion. He'll be a lot stronger, a lot faster. Now, his friend was already going to the gym a few times a week, and his friend was lifting 60 kilos on the bench press. Now, but his friend was lifting 60 kilos with half reps. In 2 months, his friend was still lifting 60 kilos with half reps, while my friend had already overtaken him and now was lifting 70 kilos with full range of motion. Why? Because he's using full range of motion, he's getting more results. When you use full range of motion, you overload the muscle properly in its full range, and you're gonna get the best results from that, yeah? So always use full range of motion. If you have to go a bit lighter, go lighter. Use full range of motion. Now, another one, this is a big one when it comes to your training split in the gym, and I'll go over this in another video, but it's called a bro split. Most people do this. The bro split is training one muscle group at every day. So for instance, a basic bro split would be chest on Monday, back on Tuesday, shoulders Wednesday, and Thursday is arms, and Friday is legs. Simple. 5 days a week, you're getting your body once. Now, your body can be trained a lot more than that. And there's something called muscle protein synthesis, which lasts 48 hours, which means, for instance, if you train your chest 48 hours after you've trained your chest, no matter how sore it is, it's going to stop growing. So we need to take advantage of this, right? So we got to train more frequently. We got to train the muscle groups more frequently. We can train, so you combine your muscle groups, do something like chest, shoulders, triceps, back, biceps, and then legs. That's 3 days and your full body's worked. You can do that twice a week. Your full body's getting twice the work, yeah? Twice the volume. So that's what we want more frequency in our routines. Yeah, more volume, more frequency. So and this one I see a lot more. People focus a lot on isolation movements. Now, isolation movements are great for feeling the muscle, but when it comes to building muscle, getting stronger, it's all down to compounds. Yeah, put all your focus on compounds. Now, your big compound movements, your bench press, your squat, your deadlift, your overhead shoulder press, stuff like that. Yeah, big compound movements with barbells. That's what you want to aim to focus on and start your workout with. Put all your energy into them and try your hardest on your compounds. Your isolations are just accessory work. They don't need to have too much focus on them. And this one people do a lot is going to failure in low rep ranges. For instance, if you're going to failure when you're doing 5 reps, you're just going to tax your central nervous system, and then it's going to take a long time to recover. Your workout's really going to be hindered if you start taxing your nervous system on those 5 rep ranges by going to failure. You can, however, go to failure on your higher rep ranges. We go to failure on our higher rep ranges because we get metabolic fatigue and metabolite buildup. Yeah, so that's really good for building muscle, inflaming, growing those muscle cells. But going to failure on low rep ranges is not going to benefit you at all. It's just going to tax your nervous system. It's going to take a long time to recover from that, yeah? So don't go work in low rep ranges when you're doing those big compounds. Like 5x5 is a great one, 5 sets of 5. That's a great rep range, great set range to work with on your compound movements for a beginner. But don't go to failure, okay? Make sure you don't go to failure on those. If you feel like you can get a 6th rep, for instance, and you're doing 5 rep sets, rack it. Do another set. Take some rest, do another set. You're going to make much more progression in strength and muscle from doing that. Now, they're the most basic ones. And yeah, if you guys can progress in the gym, keep the form the same, and structure your workout program much better, and not go to failure on low rep ranges, you will make much more gains than you're probably already making. So just make sure you aim for progression in the gym. That's the biggest one, yeah? Aim for progress. All right, guys, that's me. I'm signing out. I'll see you guys later.